Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel where we bring classic stories to life. Today, we're diving into a tale that has touched hearts for generations. A story about belonging, self-discovery, and the true meaning of beauty. It's the story of The Ugly Duckling by Hans Christian Andersen. Have you ever felt like you just don't fit in, like you're different from everyone around you? Well, our little hero in today's story knows that feeling all too well. It's a journey of hardship and hope, leading to a beautiful transformation that reminds us that our true worth isn't always visible on the surface. So get comfortable and let's begin this wonderful story together. Deep in the sunny countryside, by an old farmhouse near a river, a mother duck was sitting on her nest. She had been waiting patiently for a long time for her eggs to hatch. Finally, one by one, the little shells began to crack. Peep, peep, chirped the new ducklings as they poked their little heads out. Quack, quack, said the mother duck, happy to see her babies. She looked at her new family, all fluffy and yellow. But wait, there was one egg left, a very large one that hadn't hatched yet. An old duck waddled by and said, "That looks like a turkey egg." I'd leave it be, but the mother duck was determined. She sat, and finally the big egg began to shake. Out came a baby bird, but he was very different. He was big, gray, and clumsy. The other ducklings stared. "He's so ugly." They quacked. The mother duck defended him, saying, "He's my own, and he has a good heart. He just took a little longer." But as the days went by, life was hard for the big gray duckling. His brothers and sisters pecked at him. The other ducks and chickens in the farmyard made fun of him. Even the girl who fed the poultry would shoo him away. He was so lonely and sad. He felt that nobody loved him. He just didn't belong. One day he couldn't take it anymore. He ran away from the farmyard. He flew over the fence and kept going until he reached a great marsh where wild ducks lived. He was tired and scared. He bowed his head to the wild ducks and asked, "May I stay here for a while?" They looked at him and said, "You're certainly ugly, but you can stay as long as you don't get in our way." So the poor duckling stayed, feeling more alone than ever. Autumn came, and the leaves turned gold and brown. One evening, just as the sun was setting, a flock of beautiful, large birds appeared. They were dazzlingly white, with long, graceful necks. They were swans migrating south for the winter. The ugly duckling had never seen anything so beautiful. He felt a strange longing as he watched them fly away. He cried out to them, a sound so strange and loud, it even scared himself. He couldn't forget those magnificent birds. Winter arrived, and it was cold and harsh. The marsh froze over. The poor duckling had to swim in circles in a small patch of open water to keep it from freezing completely. But every night the hole got smaller and smaller. One morning he was frozen fast in the ice. A kind farmer found him, broke the ice, and took him home to his wife and children. But the duckling was scared of the noisy children and caused a ruckus, spilling milk and flour everywhere before flying back out into the cold. The rest of the winter was miserable, but somehow he survived. Finally, spring returned. The sun shone warmly, and the larks began to sing. The duckling felt a new strength in his wings. He flapped them, and they were much stronger than before. They carried him high into the air. He flew and flew until he landed in a large garden, near a pond where 3 beautiful white swans were swimming gracefully. He recognized them as the birds he'd seen before. He felt a deep sadness and decided to approach them, even if they would reject him for being so ugly. He swam towards the magnificent swans, bowing his head, ready for the worst. But as he looked down at his reflection in the clear water, he was stunned. He wasn't a clumsy, gray, ugly bird anymore. Reflected back at him was a beautiful, graceful swan. The other swans swam around him, stroking him with their beaks. Some children playing nearby shouted, "Look, there's a new one! He's the most beautiful of all." He rustled his feathers, raised his slender neck, and cried with joy from his heart. He had gone through so much hardship and misery, but now he had found his true family and discovered who he was meant to be. He was never ugly. He was just a swan who hadn't grown into his feathers yet. And that's the story of the ugly duckling. It's a powerful reminder that being different isn't a bad thing and that true beauty comes from within. It teaches us to be kind and to never judge others by their appearance. Thank you so much for joining me for this story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more classic tales. See you next time.